Hello everyone, welcome to today's show. Xi Jinping's once-a-year New Year real-life show suddenly crashed. This year, he did not fly to the borders, did not go up to high mountains, did not go to far places. He did not lift pot lids, did not open fridges. Little kids also escaped Xi's hands. The same script they played for more than 10 years stopped suddenly. This time, Xi Jinping did not leave Beijing even half a step. He only walked around inside Beijing, showed his face a lot, but in the end, he walked into a huge crash scene. At the same time, rumors are flying in Beijing's politics. The army is doing a big clean-out. An old army boss dares to speak up for Zhang and Liu. Zhang Youxia's leftover people are fighting a final battle. The Prince Party says they will flip the table. The old leader families will not help with the show anymore. Beijing's air suddenly feels like the heavy air before a big storm. So stuffy you cannot breathe. The cracks between the army, the Prince Party, and the top leaders are getting bigger and bigger. A fight with no guns or smoke is brewing in the sky over Beijing. If you like this topic, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the little bell and choose all so you don't miss the next shows. In past years, right before New Year, Beijing always started filming a big political variety show. Xi Jinping's Close to the People show and Commander show special. The steps were always the same. First fly to the border or high place and eat battlefield New Year dinner with the soldiers. Then go into a farmer's small house and do the 3 classic moves. Lift the pot lid, open the fridge, check the toilet. Finally, pick up a surprised little kid and kiss him by force. The big, close to the people ending. This fireworks performance package ran for more than 10 years. Everyone knew the lines by heart. But this year, Xi Jinping's New Year real-life show suddenly changed place. He stayed only in Beijing and never left. On February 9th and 10th, Xi Jinping visited a science and tech park, an old people care street, a New Year market, and other places in Beijing. He met basic-level workers and leaders. This time he did not go to the countryside, did not enter any farmer's house. No pot lids were lifted, no fridges opened, no toilets checked, and no unlucky kid was picked up and kissed. Even the army visit was very careful. On February 10th, Xi Jinping used a video call from inside Beijing's August 1st building to check the whole army's battle-ready work and sent New Year blessings. The leader, who used to stand in cold wind outside, now stayed inside and talked to the army through a screen. One screen, one-way video. The warm show turned into a monitor picture. The feeling dropped from a wood-fire stove to a cold TV screen. Even though they made the show as small as possible, they still wanted some warm care for the people pictures. But it still crashed. CCTV put out a short comfort video. It was supposed to look warm and caring, but it became a huge, embarrassing crash on social media. In front of the camera, a street cleaning woman suddenly said, "I work more than 10 hours every day." That sentence should have made people ask, are the hours too long? Or, where's the labor protection? But Xi Jinping's answer changed everything. When the woman told him she works more than 10 hours, Xi Jinping did not question it at all. Instead, he praised her. "You satisfy thousands of families." Lots of people on the internet laughed and made fun. The warm scene that was planned turned into a big show of the workers' hard life on live internet. Comfort became self-spill. Care became awkward. Xi Jinping's answer personally said that working too hard is okay. The video posted by Hope Voice on X shows, Xi Jinping asks, "Is the work tiring? How many hours do you usually work in one day?" The woman answers, "From morning to night, more than 10 hours. Xi Jinping says, "It's very hard. The city cannot run without you. You satisfy the needs of thousands of families. I also pay attention to you. I hope you all can live well and work well. Our party and government will definitely care about you." Xi Jinping and the street cleaners also wished each other Happy New Year. This warm talk quickly became hot talk on many websites. I thought he would say, "More than 10 hours. Is that against the labor law? Does he even know there is a labor law?" With the steamed bun emperor's brain, he probably doesn't see any problem with labor law or human rights. One day more than 10 hours, the steamed bun emperor says it's fine. Breaking labor law is okay. I am the law. Every year comfort, every place perform. What are they pretending? The actor loves to show off. This time, the show failed. Open eyes, say blind words. The steamed bun is busy with Zhang Youxia. He has no time to care about you. The little ants in the city, the party and government have no time for you either. Care in front of the camera, real hard life. The difference is too big and hurts the eyes. Small pay, super long hours, and still have to help the national leaders close to people show. Another why not eat meat soup guy. How can he understand ordinary people's pain? Is Xi Jinping living in a different world? A New Year comfort show finally turned into an embarrassing political public relations disaster. The bigger question is, why didn't Xi Jinping go out this year? Because this year, the most important thing is not close to the people, it is safety. If he can stay close, he stays close. If he can use a screen, he uses a screen. This year's show was not a warm play, it was a safety movie. In the past, he used distance to look close. Now he uses distance to stay safe. So Xi Jinping staying only in Beijing for the New Year real-life show shows his worry and unsafe feeling. His confidence is badly hurt. Without the old pot lid, fridge, and kid-kissing symbols to keep the people's leader image, the visit became open threat to the army and society. When the army is not steady and society is restless, even the New Year show is too dangerous. Even leaving Beijing is too heavy for Xi Jinping to bear. Why is Xi Jinping so afraid? Because catching Zhang Youxia was like poking a hornet's nest. If he leaves the capital, he will become the target of crazy hornets. Xi Jinping took Zhang Yuxia's gunpowder, but he may not be able to hold it himself. Rumors say Zhang Yuxia's leftover people are waiting to fight a final battle. The Prince Party is ready to show all their cards. Xi Jinping will finally eat the fruit he planted. Commentator Yuan said recently, New Year is a test of how stable the power is. If Xi Jinping dares to go to far places at this time, he is telling everyone in the system, my power is steady. But this year, he did not go to other provinces because he really does not dare leave Beijing. Beijing is the center that holds army power, police power, and information power together. All guns, all orders, all news are inside his safe circle. Once he leaves, news is slow, and mistakes can happen. After Zhang Youxia's trouble, the waves are still moving. His leftover people are getting ready to fight a final battle and wait for Xi Jinping to walk into their hands. This kind of news cannot escape Xi's eyes, so he really does not dare leave Beijing easily. Xi is most afraid that someone in the army will take a big risk and do something huge. So outside is not safe. Yuan said, after the Zhang Youxia event, the Chinese Communist Party has entered a new stage. Power is pulling back. Safety is more important than everything. A big cleaning movement is coming. Recently, the internet also spreads that Zhang Youxia's son, Zhang Xin, spoke for his father and said the army has started a big clean-out of the so-called Zhang Lu leftover party, the old friends and old soldiers of Zhang Youxia and Liu Zhenli. Even people who just knew them a little are being checked. Several group armies and war zone generals were called in for talks. Some were locked up for questioning. Basic-level soldiers are talking a lot and feeling scared. Zhang Youxia's old troops, especially the old people from Shenyang Military Region and the Military Commission Equipment Department, always respected him. Now, when they hear he is in trouble, they cannot sit still. The older soldiers are very angry. They remember when Zhang Youxia was commander. He went to the bottom level to check equipment, organized exercises, never did fake things. In winter in Shenyang, he went to border posts in big snow and stood guard with the soldiers. They cried from being moved. Now these old soldiers hear he was caught and feel the sky is falling. The army heart is not steady. Families heard privately that the central leaders sent people to calm the army, but it did not work well. The soldiers can see the tricks behind it. Zhang Xin said the reaction inside the army is getting stronger. His father's war friends and old soldiers are all very angry. Some are secretly connecting and talking about military advice to the central leaders or other actions. Several retired old generals from group armies are planning a joint letter asking to release Zhang Youxia and Liu Zhenli. There are even rumors that some active troops are talking about coming to Beijing to petition. Also, at a recent military commission party for old comrades in Beijing, former Central Military Commission Vice Chairman Tao Gangchuan stood up in front of Xi Jinping and said catching Zhang Youxia and Liu Zhenli is completely wrong. He said the two men are the spine of the army. Catching them shakes the army's heart. Recently, another unusual rumor is flowing in Beijing politics. The old leader families will not help with the show anymore. The Prince Party is getting ready to flip the table. Australia-based law expert Yuan revealed that the core circle of the Chinese Communist Party's Prince Party is planning a big political move that goes straight to the highest power. The stage is the 2027 21st Party Congress. The leaders on the list are very clear. Liu Shaoqi's son, Liu Yuan, and Deng Xiaoping's son, Deng Pufang. If the Deng family is the brand of reform and opening, the Liu family is the symbol of being beaten down and then cleared. Two red bloodlines are ready to act together. The plan is simple. Do not let Xi Jinping do one more episode. The message is that the Prince Party is putting out words in Beijing's official circles. They will put forward a political proposal at the 2027 Congress. The only core thing is, stop Xi Jinping from staying in power. The reason is not polite. Bring the road back to the station. Go back to Liu Shaoqi's new democracy. Go back to Deng Xiaoping's reform and opening. Stop the recent extreme left turn and cultural revolution-style rule. In other words, say the past 10 years went the wrong way. Yuan Hongbing also said this Prince Party move is closely tied to the power struggle in the army. If someone can control high-level appointments, they control who deals the cards at the 2027 Congress. Zhang Youxia tried to use power, got cleaned out, but the fire is not out. On one side is the top leader who wants to hold power forever and never let go. On the other side is a deep-rooted group of people who already have big interests and cannot be cleaned out all at once. Xi Jinping wants to rule alone to the end, but he cannot flip the whole table. This unsolvable knot is pushing the top level of the Chinese Communist Party into continued shaking.